It fits. Some morning. Welcome to episode 24. Sunday morning. Didn't do anything yesterday because my sister came. Oh yeah, I was going to say about that concert we went to. It was in Glasgow. Shenyang, something or other. Anyway, we got to Glasgow in time. It took us 40 minutes to park and get in. So we were 40 minutes late to the thing, and then it took us half an hour to get out of the car park coming back. We won't go to Glasgow again for a concert. The concert itself was great. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. So, cut that edge. Discovered, can you see? A bit messy here. Changed my consumable tips on the plasma cutter straight. So that's what was wrong with this side when I was cutting this side. I needed to change my consumables. You live and learn, don't you? So that's in. I've got two tacks at that end, one tack here. Tried it in with the Z piece. Marked, scribed, measured, transferred it, scribed underneath, cut, welded back together. Get it welded in now. I'm going to do more tacks with it in. It's just weighed down. This end, so I've got a bit of leeway, but the original wasn't perfect anyway, so then I've got a few bits to fill in afterwards, so we'll get it all welded in now. Let's do that, get it welded. There we go. Got a couple of millimeters on this side, maybe. Got about a millimeter up there, half a millimeter. So I can just sort of put some spacers in and jiggle it around a bit. I think I'll just do that, hang on. So there we go, that's welded in on that lip on that side. This lip done as well. Just going to get a coat of primer on this lot. I've not done it same as that side. I've not flattened them back perfectly. I've just ground them the tops off. But yeah, that now goes in. So it's good. Fuel pipes are in the right place. So, progress. Good. Right, next bit of paint, seam seal. And then I can get the epoxy primer on the Z sections. The epoxy paint on the Z sections. Seam seal today. And just a bit of that grey paint. This stuff, zinc primer on top and underneath, seam seal on top and underneath, and then we'll be good. I've also drilled and welded them little bits in for screwing the carpet down. Seam sealed on top and underneath. These little corners closed in, both sides. These will need seam sealing, but I'll seam seal. There's all metal stuck on that. Oh, that doesn't matter. I'll brush it off. Anyway, there's all weld through primer on those. Then these will need welding again and seam seal this edge once I've done this edge. This side's not so bad. Yeah, and I've filled the corners in as well with a bit of seam seal. Need to put that in, don't I? Bow strut top mount. Good. And I just need to fix that hole there where it pulled through. So I'll do that before I paint. Not today. Right, that's it now for today, until maybe a little bit later. I might weld that hole in later. Right, let's put away, let's let this seam seal dry. Then I need 2 coats of epoxy paint. So back again, Thursday evening after work. Finished early today, so it's 5:15 and I've already just been doing something. I'll tell you what I've been doing in a minute. Monday night, Tuesday night. This is the bottom side of the floor, so it's had 2 coats of the Rust Buster new paint. That stuff the Armagard epoxy mastic. So it's had 2 coats of that. Yeah, so I did under the Z sections, I'll show you that, under the rear floor on the spare wheel side. Just go, hang on, I'm going to have to come around here. There we go, let's just pass that under there. There it goes. Ooh, I can't see now because I just looked at that. So it's had 2 coats of epoxy mastic under there on the Z sections. That's reflection off the light. So yeah, it's had 2 coats on all that bit. Same the other side. We'll go over the other side. It's had 2 coats on all that floor section under there. So that's the spare wheel well. Not that you can probably see that well. Can you see it? I don't know how well can you see it, but that's the spare wheel well. There you go, that's the spare wheel well. So it's had two coats under there. First night I did it, the first coat, I had to mix 3 lots because I kept running out. So then second night I mixed the total amount I did. So I mixed 120 millilitres. I still almost ran out. So it only comes in a 750 millilitre tub with 250 of the component B. Gonna need to order some more. And then last night I started to. So then Thursday night I was marking to get ready to put the floor supports in. So this is the forward facing one, marked, spot punched, drilled 2 7.5mm holes each side. Same for the middle one. Haven't done the rear one yet. I just need to measure and work that out. I've lost the position exactly of the back lip on the cross member, so I need to work out where to put that, and then we're going to get those spot welded in, plug welded in, sorry. I just need to countersink to remove the burr off the underside. Then we need to put them back in, take off the epoxy, weld them in. So today's plan is to weld them in, but whilst it's been warm today, so today was like 17 degrees on the car when I came out of work, 15 degrees on the home thermometer. I've just put let's move that light. So no, that's no better, is it? So I've just put what do you call it, wax oil on the bits of the chassis, like so, like the top bits and the inner legs where the fuel tank goes and all that. And you can see down there I've just put the jack, my trolley jack, on the tow bar, just with some blocks of wood supporting this end, so when I start putting the floor in, it's supported at the back. I've spent hours looking for my 8-ton bottle jack, can't find it, so that trolley jack will do the job. It's just so that when I'm climbing in, plug welding the rear floor in over the weekend, it's not going to tip on these actual stands that I've got under here, because that is jacking the sill up, this trolley jack, and I don't want to take that out until I've got the floor supports in and the floor in. Right, less talking, let's get some action. So those are in, ready to drill through, get off the epoxy primer and plug weld them in. I've measured that. The only trouble is I don't know which way up this goes, because it can go either way up, and if I put it the way that would logically seem correct, these lips here don't quite fit underneath the Z section, so I'm not sure about that. I'll have to think about that. I've put in the little plastic tabs as well for the wiring loom for the ABS harness, just pulled them through, and now I'm just looking at these. So I'm about to do a new test plug weld, so I've drilled through some 7.5mm holes using my 4-flute end mill, but you can see it's leaving a little bit in the middle, so I might come up with a different way of doing it. I brought some stuff home from work. Could use a Dremel type thing and just to take the paint off, because it'll leave a bit in the middle and then the weld will be contaminated. I don't feel like doing that now tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it Friday. Because the other thing I could do is just use the drill in the middle. But really what I need is like a burr that'll fit in the end of that drill, just dead easy. But I've got a different thing that I can use from work. Might just have a go at that now. I just need to dig it out. So I can't use what I brought home from work because I brought on the wrong thing. So just a Dremel and a bit of a diamond burr, and we'll see if that'll do it. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit more on that one, but that'll do for now for this. Right, I'm just going to plug weld them two together as a practice for tomorrow. They're a bit hot. Oh. So there's my test. That's okay, isn't it? So that's what we're going to go with. That's effectively what we're welding, 2 pieces of that. That'll work. I've just got to sort the earth out. I'll show you why. When I did the first weld then, because these are on rubbers underneath, on the body mount, on the little outrigger on the chassis, there's rubber underneath. Epoxy primer, there won't actually be epoxy paint, sorry, there won't actually be an earth contact between the two. So what the plan is, drill off the epoxy paint, ball bearing, G-clamp. But when I put the G-clamp on, I'll have another G-clamp somewhere else with a metal bar creating the earth. That's my plan. I'll set it up, I'll show you what I mean. I haven't actually got any bigger ball bearings, I don't think, at the moment, but those are 5/32. Could do with a bigger one. 2 of them will just fit in the hole. I'll have to have a hunt and see if I can find anything else. But then I can do that and then piece of metal over the top and then sort of clamp it down onto the other bit of the Z section so it'll create an earth. As long as it gets the first arc, it'll work. There we go. So G-clamp, peg spanner for the grinder into the one hole. I'll do this one first. It should work. Now, the only thing is, are they clamped together enough? No, I'm going to need to lean on that. Can you see? It's just moving a bit. So if I lean on it, I need to get my body weight on that, don't I? I'll do that. That's one done. Repeat. It worked. Just the epoxy catches fire. So that's those two plug welded in. Just need to flat those welds back on the Z sections tomorrow when I've done that one. But it's getting a bit smoky in here now, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. That's good, that bit of epoxy's come off. But yeah, that worked okay. It's just this one. Where the heck we're going to put this? I'll show you what I mean. If it'll work, I'll do it like that. Sort of. So yeah, does it go that way up? Or does it go that way up? The old one had rotted out, but I need to look at the pictures because I might be able to see remnants. And then I know. But that's it for now. See you tomorrow. It's morning, Friday morning. Come out without my fleece on today. I've been raiding Lidl. I'll show you. Hang on. Where was it? So this was Wednesday night. £4.99 for all them. You can't buy a 2-inch brush for blooming £2.50 at B&M, even a cheap one. So I use them when I'm painting on the epoxy mastic 2-3 times, by which time they're stuffed anyway. Throw them away. but those curved ones will be really good for getting into the corners when I'm wax sealing and whatnot, and then also coming in. But I didn't spot them when I bought them. They were there. I went back last night, Thursday. Safety glasses, like I use, I think they're £4.99 as well, or they might have been £3.99. Let me tell you, hang on. I've also got my new Parkside, don't know whether you can tell, what do you call it, dungarees on, because the trousers I've been wearing are lined and these aren't lined. These are the trousers. I was too hot in the garage, so I'll put my boiler suit on in a minute. What we after? £3.99, because these ones, the last ones that I use, because they go over my glasses then, these things, don't know whether you can see, they're all mucky and scratched and I can't see them, so they'll get demoted now. And then that's why I bought 2 pairs, because I'll put a pair away, they'll be nice and clean, so I'm going to use them. But what I'm going to do is I'll insert here, I found last night a picture of where that lip goes. Now, I found the problem. So those new floor supports are from YRM. We just get it. It doesn't have that. If I put it down here, I need to just balance it so I can point. The original didn't have that up section on there, that bit, so I need to cut those off either end. It was just the flat, and of course there you can see in the picture, so it's not quite correct. So cut those bits off, then that'll go in the correct place. But the problem is I don't have the exact position, millimetre perfect, fore and aft. I'm gonna try the fuel tank in anyway, because I want to put the fuel pipes on, the connections that screw onto the fuel pickup, you know, the fuel level sender unit. So I'm going to put the lower tank support in, trial it in, put the tank in, then I can just check that I'm putting that in the right place and it won't interfere. Well, I was going to simply try the tank in from the top, but I can't get it in from the top, so I'm going to have to put it in from underneath. So we've got new heavy duty lower tank support, tank cradle, changing this breather pipe because it's split, so we've got a new one. I'll fit a new Jubilee clip there, and then we're going to have to sort out later what happens to this breather pipe, because I think it was cut, and then that's this end. I might have bought a new one. I bought a new Jubilee clip for somewhere, but I just can't remember where. I'm going to have to have a look. Need to get that off first. Right, what a game I had getting that in. So I've changed that. That was a pain, that one. I had to cut that off. So next it's just lining these back up. These are too long. I need to cut these. So these bits, so that one is that side because it's got a cable tie on. So that'll go on there. That one goes on there. And then I need to just finish bending. Put you down here and we'll just see better. And I've got 2 hands. So yeah, I just need to loosen that off a bit. Turn the tank so it's square. And then just put the nuts on. I need to get some spanners to do that with, but it'll give me an idea to just mark. So now you can see I've got probably, what, that much pipe on this side, so I'm going to mark where I want to cut. Right, so that's those nuts tightened down. So now I can mark wherever I put the pen, where I want to cut to. So that's where it's going to go to. So we want about there. So that's where the pipe goes onto. That's where to cut. So I'll do that before I take it off, so that then the pipes are left on there. So I've done it like that instead. Red to signify higher pressure to the car. Right hand side, sorry, not right hand side, that side, passenger side. Just needs a bit of lube on that to get that to push off. Right. Right. Only trouble is I've put that on back the other way. That I wanted. These are 14mm spanners, by the way. And with the pen, we'll do arrows here, so that way, signifying which way the fuel's going. So that's. Do one there as well. It's looking alright, isn't it? Chop the ends off these, position that next, mark where I'm going to put that position wise. Take the tank back out. Well, the fuel tank came out a heck of a lot easier than it went in. Look at this. Do you think it's time for me to relegate me overalls? I've got some new ones hanging up there behind there ready. I think it's time to throw them away, don't you? Anyway, I'm gonna go in and have a break and have a drink. Just gonna cut those. I'm not gonna do it with plasma cutter. I'm just gonna do it with the angle grinder. Then I can get those welded in, flatten back, paint. Which I was gonna do this morning, wasn't I? But I've been faffing. I need to sandblast those nuts. So I've got some new nuts and bolts for the rear of the tank. Sorry, for the forward part of the tank guard. But these captive nuts for the rear, I'm going to sandblast them or paint them, and then I need some M20. I haven't got any M20s, I've got M30s. Don't want to come down because of rust, so I need to go find some M10s. That's what else I've been doing. I've been sorting my organiser and putting all my ice cream tubs worth of nuts and bolts in the relevant little spaces. Make it easier to find. Right, let's go and have a drink. Here we go, that's that. Just cut both ends so now it'll fit under here. I need to clamp it under, and then I can get the epoxy ground off and everything. Make sure it's square, get that welded in. Got my new overalls on. Do you like them? Right, let's get that done. That's that piece in as well now. Grind the tops off these next. Then I can paint. No point putting seam seal on those, it's going to burn off when I weld it. So I've flatted back, wire brushed underneath where the loose stuff has come underneath. Next we'll do 2 lots of fresh epoxy grey paint down here, Then we'll go and weld the cable supports, cable ties on the underside of the floor. We'll do that after lunch, and then we'll touch those in black, and we'll touch black underneath on the floor, like if I get a light under there where that's now come through, where it's burnt off just there. Same on those other bits. So we'll touch up. I think I'm going to go in for lunch though. First coat done. At 23 degrees, you can recoat it within 4 hours. It's not 23 degrees, it's about 10, 11, and it's now just 4:05. So I finished at about 5 past 2, 14:05. Finished about 10 to. So might be able to put another coat on like late tonight. Need to get these brackets on the floor. Let's come and show you this. So I've taken photographs and measured. Where's my phone? It's in my boiler suit. No, it's not, it's in my pocket. Hang on. So I took photographs of the old floor before I got rid of it, like that, and measured where the various different clips were. But of course the top lip disappeared. So this one's correct, I think. This one's about right. So I've measured second channel along, first wiring clip, second wiring clip, those won't matter. But this one matters here. And you can see. So that's the first measurement and that could be the second. So I might just go in the middle somewhere. And then that's correct down there. That's the bottom one. That's for the ABS sensor clip. So that's correct. Because I've got that because it's 21.5 in from this edge. 5 up from the bottom. But it's this because that top lip had gone. So it's how much of that top lip had gone. So it's probably from about there. If I can measure from about there, it'll be about right. But also looking at where these are, so I think it's going to be more like that. So if I put it about here, it's going to be about right. So that's the next job, is to get those bits welded on. You see, this is the measurement, that one, and from the very, it's gone, from the very top edge, it's like 21.5 from that lip there. So I think that's what that one is there. Let's just measure that again. So let's have a look. Yeah, I just need to come up like half an inch off that one, and then I think it'll be right then. Let's get these welded on. There we go, so there's that one and those two. I had it too high for these, burning through. I still had it on the one for the plug welding, which of course I was doing, but those things are thinner, so it was burning through. Dull. Anyway, I've just got to grind them down a bit, then I can paint that as well. Right, those are ready to paint black now. 2 coats of epoxy primer, epoxy mastic on them. A little bit across this top edge as well where I've missed, and then the bits under the floor where it's bubbled up and I've scraped it off. So that's those bits painted. Got a bit left, so I've also painted, given the first coat on the seal lip, the rear tailgate seal lip that goes on the cross member. Done those bits underneath, touched up, cleaned up. So yeah, that bit I've just painted because of this here. Put that in after I put the floor in, and then I've just touched up these bits. So I think that's about it for now. Need to let all that dry, really. So it's about 4 PM now. So I'll go in. I might leave it at that for now for today. So morning, Saturday morning now. I didn't do another coat last night. I didn't bother. So it's heading up for 9 AM. A little bit too cold, high humidity, a bit too damp. You've got to be 3 degrees over the dew point with this paint when you put it on. So previously I've said minimum 3 degrees, that's wrong. You can paint it down to freezing as long as it's above the dew point. So we're just waiting for 10 minutes. Second coat of grey on the Z pieces, leave that to dry. Then I'm going to start marking and drilling my holes for the plug welding. Yeah, then I need to do some measuring, transfer across to mark for the floor supports, roughly where I'm going to go. Be alright, I've got a bit of leeway. So, right, we'll do that. When I've done all that, I'll come back to you. Right, it's warm, can you tell? Taking my boiler suit off. So it's time for lunch. It's 1:15. All the holes measured, marked out, punched, centre punched, drilled out 7.5 mil, and then deburred on the underside. 137 holes there is there to plug weld. Don't think we'll do that today. Might start doing it tomorrow. I just want to leave this paint longer to go off before I put it in. 16, 17 degrees again. It's bonkers. Anyway, it's Saturday afternoon now, just had lunch. It's 10 to 2 p.m. I'm going to leave it at that for now for today. Won't do anything else today because I'm still waiting for that paint to fully go off before I put the floor in. When I put the floor in, I've drilled 137 holes in it to plug weld it in. I've got to plug weld 137 holes back up. So that's going to take quite a long time. So I'll do that in the next episode. So I'm going to end that here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.